Hello, this is Zoe from No Safer Place, and it is day 8 of the 12 days of No Safer Place. Now, today I'm going to do my top 5 must reads of 2016. Now, these are in no way my favourite, just 5 books that I think you should definitely read that came out this year. So let's get straight into it. The first one that I have chosen is Always with Love by Giovanna Fletcher. Now, this book follows Sophie's journey with Billy. It's the second novel in the Billy and Me books by G, and honestly, I found this one just as good as the first. It was incredible. As I've said before, her style is very Page Toon-esque, and Sophie goes over to LA to meet Billy's family. They think that it's going to be a short visit and that they'll be back home together soon in their apartment. And while Sophie's over there, she realises how much she hates it. She wants to be home, back in the quiet life. She doesn't like the hustle and bustle of it all. She doesn't like the paparazzi. She just wants to be home. So while she's hating it, Billy realises how much he loves it and how much he misses being away from the hustle and bustle and away from work. So Sophie decides to go back to the UK, and Billy doesn't come with her. He extends his stay, and she starts to think that there's more than just miles keeping them apart. And that is all I will say for that one. Moving on to book 2, I chose On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher. This is Carrie's first novel, and it definitely does not disappoint. This book follows Evie Snow's journey into heaven. She is an 82-year-old woman, and she dies in her sleep and is told that she must make her soul light enough for her to be able to enter into her own personal heaven. Now, I thought this was such an interesting concept, and I absolutely loved this book. So we're then transported to pivotal moments in Evie's life, which she relives and experiences again, because these are the moments that have changed her and made her into the person that she is today. This book is full of romance, it's full of beauty, and best of all, it is full of magic, and I think everyone deserves a little bit of magic in their lives. The third book I have chose is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. As you know, I love Cassandra Clare. She is one of my favourite authors, and this book was just incredible. It is the first in a new series by Cassandra, but it's still based in the Shadowhunter world. And we get to know Emma Carstairs and Julian Blackthorne in a lot more detail, and we obviously know them from previous Shadowhunter books, so it's great to know the characters in more depth. Again, as every Shadowhunter book, it's filled with demons and battles, magic, and absolute mayhem. So this book is just perfect and completely action-packed. What I found interesting about this book is it discusses the parabatai bond in depth, and the parabatai bond is one of the most focal parts of the book. And it kind of explains how it's tested, how bad it is to be broken, and you just find out so much more about it, which I absolutely love, because obviously the books before have always made it seem like it's so important, and I think it's great to learn more about the history of it and what happens if you break it, what happens if you fall in love with your parabatai. It's just absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to read the next one, which comes out next year. The fourth book I chose to review was Helen Callahan's Dear Amy. Now, this book will always have a special place in my heart because it was the first book that I was ever sent to review by an author without me having to ask them. She asked me to review it, so this will always have a special place in my heart. This book is a psychological thriller, and it's filled with twists and turns around every single corner. It's unputdownable. It focuses on an agony aunt called Margot Lewis, and she starts getting sent letters from a girl that has been missing for almost 2 decades. So she has been gone for a long time, and letters start turning up from her, and Margot wants to find out what is going on, where she is, and help rescue her. Margot must determine if it's a hoax or something far more sinister. This book is incredible, so definitely a must-read of 2016. The last book I have chosen, of course, is A Court Amidst of Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I would imagine most of you will have read this book because I think it was one of the top books that came out of 2016. It was even better than the first one, which was A Court of Thorn and Roses. It takes us back to Feyre's world, where she finds herself caught up with Rhysand, and she spends all her time trying to escape from him and get away from him because she thinks he's no good for her. But she discovers that she's closer to home than she thinks, and Rhys is not as bad as he first seemed. And that is all I will say on that. Obviously, it's filled with magic and it's just incredible. So those are my top 5 books of 2016. Let me know what yours were. Let me know if I've missed any out and what you would like me to read. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye.